The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Live Thursday look at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas. Maybe fall is here. Maybe. It's 81 degrees. The high is just a nice, calm, mostly cloudy 83 degrees. The low tonight is 66.
Ooh.
Get the blankets out.
Put a little pullover on, you know what I'm saying? In the back is Chris B and keeping us live and local. He is three-time Super Bowl champion, Nate Newton. This is the bearded one. This is my guy, Kurt, 3 Pump Daniels. Gotta get your flag, though, Kurt. 3 pumps get your flag. 2, you're good. Okay. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel when we speak.
Brought to you each and every show by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Getting on Monday.
Wing
Got
drop
your orders
coming
in. We
coming
getting on
hot.
Monday. We getting them on Monday.
This year, Kurt might just be out of business in the NFL.
Yeah, why is that?
I got 10 plain, no sauce. Just please don't eat.
Yeah.
This dude like what he like, right? But he will stick his hand in my. You fell. I'm gonna tell you, I got a couple.
No. So the last time, remember the last time we had wings? He's like, "Oh, fellas, I ain't gonna be here. I ain't gonna be." We had already put the order in.
Right.
So they bring them. I'm like,
Big fella.
big fella say he wasn't gonna be here. So I snatched about 3 of them flats.
He showed up.
He shows up. So now I'm like, "Hey, big fella, let me just tell you." You're going to be a little short when you open your box. I thought you wasn't going to be here.
My bad.
What did I say though?
Yeah. He's like, it's all good, man.
It's all good
Yeah.
because I'm tell you what, man. Chicken is chicken, baby. Whether it's at the trailer park or is it or at a high ride, baby.
Hey, but not all chicken wings are created equal.
You right about that.
Wingstop got the market on.
You right about that now.
And this is your first time trying their new fries, yes?
I've had
them?
ordered.
My first time.
This is your first time.
Ordered delivery all the time. Wingstop.
Yeah, man.
I like the old ones better. I still like the old ones better. I like that skin on them.
Great job, Wings.
I like
The new ones. Yeah, new ones.
I like the sugar seasoning they had. The new ones are good.
They still do the sugar seasoning?
It's not as potent.
Okay.
I still like them though. They're not. I just like the old ones better.
I appreciate the change.
I can sit these new ones on my seat and not,
Not
when I
get
pick
stuff
them up.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, when you order fries at Wingstop, you get fries. They give you a boat of fries.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Kurt, this year you might be out of business.
Why?
1 pump get you a flag this year.
Now, still 2 pumps.
You can't do nothing.
You can't pump in the direction of a player, though. That's tough.
Yeah.
That gets you.
They're like, yeah, that's
What
like,
if you
You can
turn
pump away.
What if you turn around and the real thrust is backwards?
A twerk. That's a twerk.
Yeah, almost a
That's
one
a twerk.
a one
you
twerk.
got to do it out of the league with that type.
I guess as long as you don't look over your shoulder, you're fine this year.
Yes, I guess if you look back at it, though, if you look back at it when you twerk, that might be a flag.
Boy, it's amazing the things that they miss and the petty things that they're attacking. And it's, golly.
But they hitting them for some fines, too, boy.
Yeah.
They hit CD and George last week for almost $50,000.
You know what
Really?
though?
For that?
Combined, they had the
What?
yeah, they had the celebration.
Yeah.
The celebration that they did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They hit them for $12,000 apiece.
Wow.
And then was George got another one for
No,
something?
CD got one
CD
on
got
the
one
ground.
on the ground for the
Yeah,
taunting.
yeah.
For the taunting.
Yeah, taunting.
And then they got another like $14,000 apiece for the deal.
Jeez. You know, give the refs a lot of grief, or we all do. But the human element, as fast as this game moves, and as many bodies as there are out there, they do a damn good job of like getting a lot of it, most of it right. Yeah. I mean, when you slow it down and you watch it on TV, you're like, oh, yeah, that was a hole. But if you've ever been on a football field and you know how fast that stuff goes, I mean, there's some that they miss that are blatant. But for them to get as much as they do right, the only one I don't The only one I can't ever figure out is holding. You could call holding on every single play.
Game would be 16 hours long.
Oh my God! Like
we'd be here the next Tuesday.
Every single play you could call a holding, but I think they, we give them a lot of crap, but they do a pretty good job in real time.
Oh, yeah.
So
Sometimes I just have the out of the way thoughts.
Oh my God.
not you.
And I'm sorry, and this is directed straight at you, Jesse. And it's nothing bad. I want to know, what is a number one receiver?
Don't do this.
I love when he comes in here. You know what he did? He heard something. He heard something last night or this morning, and then he ain't gonna call him out by name or tell you where he heard it. But it's like,
You know what, man? I've heard like 8 or 9 guys just
When a guy puts on his jersey,
right.
like this one line down there.
There you go. The number one receiver.
I don't think a lot of people understand. We throw around the words greatness,
Generational.
generational, and I'm like, are you just trying to get likes or what's the new things? I don't want to miss the new things that
They call it
engagement farm.
Engagement farm.
Yeah, you trying to get engagement for me. You trying to make sure that your show runs an extra episode. Because I'm the guy that can't pronounce words, but I do know the definition of most of these words, and y'all guys are using them wrong. I mean, to me, and I got to go with the guy I played with, Michael Irvin was a number one receiver. Alvin Harper wasn't. He was very good. He was a specialty receiver. He ran certain routes well. Now, let me go even further. I'm going to use a basketball analogy. When you play for a team that wins 25 games and you're the number one shooter and you shoot 30 times a game and average 20 points a game, and then you go to the next team and you're the 5th option, but you were the number one on the other team. This ain't the other team, dog. Okay? So I said a whole lot. Only the intelligent will get it, and the rest of y'all will continue to use the wrong definitions for certain words. Thank you.
No need for me to say a word.
All right.
Yeah, man. We just come on, fellas and girls. Do you not watch football? Do you not watch football? I challenge, and anybody that want to walk up to me and explain to me what Michael Irvin looked like, I played with him, okay? I know what Jerry Rice looked like. I know what the kid in Cincinnati looked like. I know what the kid in Minnesota looked like. I know what CD looked like. You can't make everybody these guys. Everybody ain't going to the Hall of Fame now. They're going to put some duds in there. They're coming soon, but hey.
I like that. I like when they
Come on, man.
I like when they get like that.
All right, well,
Don't
what
stop.
y'all have for the show?
No,
I'm through, man. I'm through.
Keep going.
I'm through.
For the whole show or just for now?
No, I'm just Jesse didn't want to answer something, man.
I didn't want to answer, or didn't have a chance to answer. You did what you had to do.
Yeah.
I got out of the way.
We're overhyping folks here.
Nate just wants a clarification, man.
Yeah, man. Because Jesse, I stopped him. Jesse was going to eat. I like, Jesse, what's going on here? But anyway, hey, come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go, Shannon. I'm sorry. Y'all let me do speaking with people.
Let's just take a break. Let's take a break.
Start the show.
Yeah, and then we'll start over when we come back.
Okay.
On Hanging with the Boys. Be right back.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com.
Blockchain.
Thank you, Nate, for that first segment. That was very inspiring. Inspiring.
Stop, man.
Speaking of inspiration, Jesse went into deep thought mode yesterday.
Yes, he did. 2 days ago.
And he kind of went off somewhere in his mind. He locked himself in the closet, and he's back out today. And I want to know, what were you thinking about yesterday?
And the day before.
That you got just real quiet.
Yeah.
It was about Coach.
Yes.
So we got a whole segment dedicated to you.
Well, here's the thing. Coach Schottenheimer is the new head football coach. And, one of the things that when he came to the Cowboys and they announced him as the head football coach, the one thing that everyone had raved about was, boy, he can talk. Boy, you get him in the room, he gets you in the room, he's going to be able to talk. And, one of the things that I caution people then for, and I still caution people now about that, is at some point in time, and his big thing is about culture, right? Like, culture. And it's the vibes and, they're dancing on the football field and they're creating this culture and all that kind of good stuff throughout the offseason. And everybody ate that stuff up. And I was like, yeah, that only works well when there's wins behind that. And so now, I just was thinking about that throughout the time. And this is why I keep talking about your culture has to be it has to be a way and not a culture. Culture don't get you through this. I'm sorry. What they're going through right now, culture doesn't get you through this. It's a way, it's a habit that has to get you through this. There has to be, because now and Nate, you tell me if I'm wrong or not, but now what you start to have in the locker room is division. You start to have the conversation of offense, defense. Damn, dog, we doing our job. Can y'all do your job? And now all the attention, the negative attention, is on the defense. So now you start getting the tension in between that. It's the front and the back end. Damn, y'all not getting to the quarterback. Damn, y'all not covering nobody in the back end. And then now you have to keep putting coaches at the podium to talk this thing through. Coach Eberflus said today that they had to simplify their defense so much that they're down to one-word calls to call their defense. Yeah. What type of high school Harry bullcrap is that? But I just thought about Coach Schottenheimer is the gift, the gab, and the ability to have prolific wordplay. My boy is running out. We're in week 4. If you because now first it's early in the year, right? And then your next thing is, hey, we're getting stuff together. We were close, right? Then you kind of get a shootout victory, and people kind of give you a little bit of grace because you got a victory, right? It wasn't pretty. You can pick a lot of things out of that if you're really looking at the film the proper way and go, that wasn't good football. Then you go on the road and you lose bad. And that's another week of the communication, the execution. All these things are happening. So now as a coach, you have to keep getting out here and talking to us, because you don't get to go away. It's not like you're a coordinator and, you're on an off day, or you don't have to speak, or they don't have to see your face. As a head coach, you have to keep coming up there and preaching this message. And I'm looking at it and I'm just like, you're talking about now scheme change, player change. The road to getting people to still believe you is running out. Because even this was after the thoughts that I had on Monday, was even yesterday, there's sometimes as a coach, there's some things that you can say, some things that you can think, some things that you shouldn't say. Like, you came out yesterday and kind of was like, and we're going to hold you to these things when you say we're good enough to beat Green Bay without these guys. And then you went on to give an explanation of why you thought that. You ain't have to say that. That wasn't something that you had to say. But you now write these checks that we're going to have to, because if you go out and you lose badly to Green Bay, because if we're being honest, before Micah got traded, before CeeDee Lamb got hurt, before Tyler Booker got hurt, and all the other injuries, we could pull out the record sheet. We all had them losing to Green Bay, fully healthy, fully healthy, at home. So I'm looking at this thing and the message, the culture, the messaging of it. When did that begin to run out for Coach? Yeah. And what now is your second pitch? Yeah. Right? All right, we got the fastball. We get it. You can talk a good game, but now what happens now? And then the other part of that, I was kind of on the other side of it is, and I've said it on this show many a times, I believe that your quarterback should be worth 2 wins by himself.
That's right.
I believe that wholeheartedly, that your quarterback's supposed to go out there and do something so spectacular twice a year that you go, that's why they pay me X amount of dollars. That's why we're the highest paid position in the league. But I also believe really good coaches to great coaches should be worth 1.5 to 2 wins as well. Mm-hmm. That they just, coach their tail off.
Every year, Belichick had a game or two that he was.
The Chiefs will have that. Sean McVay, I look at the Niners right now, 3-0, rash of injuries. Yeah. Same thing last year, rash of injuries. Detroit, rash of injuries. Your coach should be worth 1.5. To me. Here's the moment. Here's you want to show yourself as the right guy for the job. In these moments is where you got to show up big.
Can a first-year head coach do that?
You have to, because you've talked such a great game to us. And you've given so much hope to the fan base coming into this season about your style of offense and about your. This is when and the win doesn't have to be a blowout. It's in these games where you're not expected to win at all.
Cleveland.
At all. You got to go and pull out something. If it's a 12-11 game, you want it. Because you made all the right calls at the right times. You practice like you've never practiced before. You've called on your other coaches to give me your best. Hey, give me your best 15 plays. And I'm gonna script these things up. I'm gonna dissect this film. I'm gonna find that thing that Ben Johnson found on you defensively and said, oh no, we went back last year and watched some of his film and what they were susceptible with. And we just waited our time to do it. Boom, happened. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you go in there. And so, like, I've just been thinking about that. And I'm just like, man, if you want to win over a fan base even more, like, you got to coach your tail off. Yeah. This has to be one of these games where Coach Schottenheimer is in the biggest bag and goes reaching down in there and grabbing whatever you can. Scheme this thing up.
Would you consider it a success if, like Philadelphia, they were close but didn't win, or is this he's at a point now where he's got to put up wins?
You got to win.
Because of the losses that you've taken. It's one thing if you was like the nail biters and like You let Russell Wilson go for 450.
Yeah.
And I know it's a defense, but in your household, right? As the head of your household, when things go wrong, doesn't matter who did it.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, "Well, Kurt, aren't you the head of this household? How did this happen?
Yeah.
Now I gotta come talk to the head of the household." So no matter what side of the ball that it comes to, you're the head of the household. You're the head football coach. Everything goes through you. And it's one thing to lose to Green Bay. It will be a whole other thing to get demoralized and get smoked like that.
Yeah.
That's something that you can't let happen. And then if it does, if you lose, boy, these next 2 games, you gotta have the Jets and Carolina. Because if you go through that stretch, and even if you 1-1 in that stretch, it's not good. It's not good. And now the pressure is so heavy on you. And, they said heavy is the head that wears a crown. And this is going to be a very bad look on the people who hired you and you. Because despite the injuries, there are teams that get injured every single year. And they figure out a way through coaching. So that was my thought. I was just like, man, this is a heavy game for Coach Schottenheimer. Because you go down, what's that, 1-3?
Yeah.
That's a tough, you're down, 1-3. You're already down a division game. You're already down, two conference games. Whew, it's going to be a tough road to hoe to get out of that.
I almost wonder, though, that will he get any kind of a pass because it's Green Bay? And it's those next 2 games.
And that's what I'm saying, like, how do you lose to Green Bay?
Yeah.
If it feels like the playoff game a few years ago, I don't know if you get a pass.
If it's Wade Phillips in Green Bay,
it's like, well,
you know what I mean? Like,
loss.
if you go down to the wire and you lose in the last second field goal because y'all played that well, then I go, okay, cool. Now I can start playing the fiddle of I didn't have my number one. This guy's not, But if this thing, if you look up and that thing is 34-6.
You don't get the grace period that most teams would get because of the star.
Yep.
You got to think. We lose to Philadelphia. I'm like, wow, man, we lost to Philadelphia. And I come to this job and everybody talking about, man, boy, if more victories count, boy, we sure got one. Then we're in a shootout with New York. Oh, man, well, we ain't as good as we thought. Oh, but we going to get Chicago. Then you get blowed out. See, the arrogance of our fans, win, lose, or draw, you going to get punished. You can't win good enough, and you definitely can show enough lose bad enough. Yeah. So he's got to win. It's about one. We.com will come in here and build it up. But these fans out there, they finna come at them.
Yeah, it's I just
been on your mind, huh?
Yeah, because I don't know, like, to be facing, because next, honestly, what has to happen is that if we're just kind of going in step of usually how thing goes, somebody got to get fired. And we know it's not going to be Schottenheimer, maybe an assistant or court, like somebody, because once, and I'm not saying after this game, but once you get to that point where we've changed and simplified the system, we've shuffled players in and out, and it's still not yielding the results of winning.
Is that the kind of vibe you were getting when Phillips got fired in 2010? I mean, it was
Jason.
Yeah. And Jerry said it. He said it to us in the meeting. He said, "This is the result of when things don't go well. Somebody has to pay the consequences. You can't fire 53 of us. All of us can't go. You know what I mean? So
unless you're a clone and it's 52 of you.
In Jason Garrett's case, he wished he had 53 of the one he had and let that one go.
I think the difference with that, Kurt, is you had reached a point in the season where that game it looked like there was no effort.
Yeah.
Everybody gave up. This, you're still trying to figure it out. Now, if you don't figure it out, I mean, this is uncharted territory.
But that's why I'm saying that one, maybe because it don't look like one side of the ball is giving the greatest effort.
So you think it's an effort issue, not the figuring it out part, because new scheme, no preseason.
Well, what have you heard from players?
All I heard all offseason, this is all I heard about this defense, was how simple it was and how it's not like Zim had his last year and it wasn't confusing and we could line up and fly around and, we're going to be back to getting the turnovers. And, like, am I the only one that heard that?
Yeah, I remember Leufau talking about that for sure.
But there were multiple players talking about how much this defense was was easier for them to play under, and how they would be able to fly around more and see the ball. They say, we can see the ball now and attack the ball and all that kind of stuff. We don't have our back turned so much to the ball and all the different kind of crazy schemes. That's what I heard from multiple players all offseason.
Now, I'm not trying to be funny, and I promise you I'm not trying to be funny. But, and this is a fan question, do you think because Coach Schottenheimer kept it so simple during training camp, and every preseason game was so simple to our guys
are confused now?
Yeah, because now teams we both know, boy, the playbook we run through during training camp ain't the playbook I saw when the real season lit up. The things that we worked on, the basics and all this, and real acquainting yourself with these certain routes and combinations and blocking schemes and a few new things. But then we get to play, but whoa, especially when I was a young guy, I'm like, wow, this is something different. When Shula came in here, it was like I was already confused from Coach Landry. Then when Shula came in, I said, well, I'm getting cut this year because I ain't going to be able to figure none of this out. And then when Norv came, and I hate to say this because we won Super Bowls in Norv, but we had the simplest playbook. I mean, the simplest playbook.
Talent.
Oh, you fell for the bait.
Got him.
Got him. Thank you, Kurt. 3 pumps.
All right, let's take our second break. When we come back, more football talk on Hanging with the Boys. Good stuff.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by 7-Eleven, where there's a $5,000 winner every single day. Shop with 7 rewards and play the in-app game for a chance to win $5,000 in cash. New daily cash winners only at 7-Eleven. Are you next? No purchase necessary. Ends 1/6/2026. U.S. and D.C. Ages 16 and over. For full official rules and free gameplay, go to 5k-day.com/rules.
Thank you. I've had my segment. Jesse's had his segment. Kurt,
No.
you open?
No. Well, we should probably talk about the Packers offense a little bit.
Yeah.
No. I've had my segment. Jesse's had his segment.
No, they don't want to hear me break down the Packers offense.
Well, let's go over to our best friend here.
All right, here's my thoughts. If Kurt won't participate, maybe
I'll throw some questions at you.
maybe he'll jump in there.
Yeah.
I've never heard a coach in my time here. Our head coach is he talks about what they're doing, like you said, why they're doing it, all that stuff, right?
Pretty open.
Very open, this is why, tells a lot of stories, like, I think that's why you gravitate towards him, because he's a personable person, right? A lot of coaches aren't. A lot of coaches hold it close to the vest. I've never heard a coordinator say, this is what, like Eberflus, we've simplified this to where what you said, it's one word calls, right?
I'll give you another quote from another coordinator. Well, not a coordinator, but yeah, coordinator / off the line, Clayton Adams. Clayton Adams said, nobody cares about your injuries and you're expected to play good. We expect the players in the room when they get the opportunity to play well. It's it's difficult. Like he's basically saying, I expect the guys when they get the opportunities to play well. So whether that's George Pickens, whether that's Ryan Flournoy, whether that's TJ Bass or whoever it is, and he's right. Nobody cares that you're injured.
So you're hearing multiple coaches basically calling out your players and saying, hey, we're doing all we can do. We can only do so much. The rest of it's on you guys.
And here's where it becomes scary hours, spooky hours. Mm-hmm. Because players hear that, and now they're
pissed at the coaches for throwing them under the bus.
And now it's like you telling people we got one word calls. You're telling people you don't care about. So now players are like,
I ain't playing for you.
Not only I got to defend myself now. So now I got to defend myself in the media. If it goes wrong,
then I'm gonna say something about you.
Then I got to say something about your scheme.
Here you go, right?
And now that's why I keep saying
then it blows up.
That's the difference between a culture and a way. Because once you have one guy that bucks the culture and he pulls another two guys, it's done. It's finished. It is finished. Opposed to it being a certain way how you handle yourself. That's how it is. And now that you have coaches basically, because what it comes out to be is, let me protect my butt. When those seats start getting hot,
yeah.
Folks ain't looking for you. They ain't too many life preservers being thrown out for everybody. It's like, this, Titanic, this is my door. I'm gonna sit on this door and stay afloat. When those seats start getting hot. And again, you go into this game and you have another defensive game where Jordan Love and company is 300, 400, 500 yards of total offense, and they light up the scoreboard.
Yeah. They don't get anything. I mean, what's the good of doing that? The only thing that could happen, I guess they hope that this will motivate the guys to play better, but it seems like all it's going to do is the reverse.
And that's why I said, man, you're getting to a point where you're running out of things
and you're kind of at that tipping point now. Like, as the coaches, you've called out the players. The players aren't doing their job. Now it's like it goes one way or the other from here, right? 4 games in, you're going, after this game, you're either going, all right, we're going to get it together and we'll go, or you go, it just fractures and it's going to be a long, ugly, name-calling season between.
And that's the difference between winning and losing.
I hope they're competitive in this game like they were against Philly. And then they got some games coming up, at the Jets, at Carolina, who knows.
And just to speak Arizona, offensively and defensively, for the Green Bay Packers, when you start talking about that basket of coaches in this league, the McVays, the Shanahans, the Stefanskis, and you can add LaFleur to that mix too. Like, he's one of those guys that it's the timing of this game, like coming off the Bears game, and what happened in that game, this timing couldn't have been more worse, more bad, more just because everything that you struggle with, eye discipline, lane discipline, assignment, like all of that is the stuff that the Green Bay Packers, tight bunch formations, motions, formations. They got receivers. They got tight ends. They got a running back that you're going to have to tackle for 4 quarters. They have a quarterback who's mobile and elusive and has a great, great arm. The
only thing my hope this week is your Cowboys, the worst thing you got going for you is your defense and your secondary. The only thing that gives me a little hope is Green Bay's offense is really good and solid everywhere, but they're not explosive. But if you need somebody to fix your explosiveness, this is the right place, the right time to do it.
The Giants didn't prior to the Giants playing the Cowboys.
I'm just trying to hang on to some hope.
They didn't have over 200 yards of passing. They played the Cowboys, had 450. They don't play the Cowboys. They have less than 200 again.
I'm just trying to hang on to something.
Their offensive line, and I know Cleveland defensive line, man for man, right now is better.
Oh, they got a generational pass rusher.
Yeah, but the thing is, they whooped Green Bay's line. Green Bay's line has been beat up. The center, to me, struggled. Number 74, he struggled. Elton Jenkins and one of their tackles struggled. I think it was the right tackle struggled. So. And I know that we haven't, Shannon, you got to add the defensive line to the defense because they haven't showed up yet either. Mm-hmm. They've been exempt from the onslaught that the secondary has been taking. That's your chance. That's your chance because looking at the film, and Jesse, tell me if you feel the same. They are 2-1. But if you take out the film against Cleveland and take out the film against Detroit or Washington and just look only at the defense, you would have swore they won the game. Am I correct?
Yeah.
If you look only at their defense, you would have swore they beat Cleveland to death, and they lost. Yeah. Because Cleveland defensive line took over and whooped Green Bay. I mean, whooped them. 5 sacks, maybe 10 or 15 hits on the court. They was after him. And that kept him at bay. And he missed some plays, and they shot down the running game. Number 8, I like him, man. Josh Jacobs. That boy is the pure. I think he had 30 yards rushing, another 40 receiving. So they took away their weapons. And I'm not saying the Cowboys are going to do that, but they're going to have to play a sound defensive game, and sometimes.
But I will say the thing that helped Cleveland be able to do that, we can't gloss over it. They have arguably the best pass rusher in the football. You can say Michael, you can say Miles, however you want to put it. They're in the conversation of the two. That matters. When he's going crazy, other guys get opportunities. On top of that,
it was the left tackle that got beat.
Yeah. On top of that, when you look at Cleveland, they had to go some man sometimes. That's how they was able to bring the pressure to get to Jordan Love. So those are things that we're saying, like, it's there, but we said that the last 2 weeks. Like, leading up to this particular game against Green Bay, the Cowboys' defensive front went up against probably one of the worst offensive line in the Giants. Mm-hmm. And then there were some holes in that Bears offensive line that other teams exploited.
Right.
Not even bringing the house or bringing extra pressure, just one-on-one, whooping up on them. And we didn't give up. We didn't get the one guy who we should have been attacking, he didn't give up one pressure.
That was the left.
Well, and the quarterback didn't get sacked for the first time in his career.
Well, now Clowney is not, Myles Garrett level, but having him there and not knowing how they might use him, is that any kind of an advantage?
No, because you have to come out and be an impact. When you when a guy has missed a lot of time, whether it's 2 months or whether it's 17 months from an injury, you don't know what type of shape he's in. He can be boxing 4 rounds a day at the gym. It's different being on that football field. And so until we know what Clowney is, until we know exactly how they can use it, you hoping that he can come and when he rush, I hope he has no responsibilities. That can free him a little bit better. But now if he got to say that, hey, man, we want you to get 2 hands in the middle of the guy before you start your move, well, he's going to beat you like the rest of the guys. Because tackles in this league, they praying that you just get them 1 second to get both their hands on you. So if he working a half man and being able to go inside and outside, yeah. If he's only rushing the passer, but if he's getting in there and they run at him and he got to bar down and then go, game over.
You guys have been talking about how our guys are just going right at their chest. Is that a scheme thing in any way?
I thought it was the first game. I really thought it was. But I just couldn't see doing that to Russell Wilson, just making sure you just stay in the lane. Yeah. You know, I
think they lack moves.
Yeah.
They don't have guys who are confident in the moves that they have. You know, they run down the middle of the guys, or they try to get guys and then late try to rip underneath and all that. By that time, man, once you get inside close to that tackle, and if I'm a tackle, and I shouldn't probably be talking about offensive line. But,
yeah, go ahead, Gunnar, you good?
But if you're a tackle, and I know that this guy that I'm facing is fast, speed. And I have a segment on my other show, DLS, called KBBU, so No Ball Better University. And I'm breaking down how the front of the Green Bay Packers, how they run this front, where they are dictating who gets the one-on-one. Not you. They are.
Yes, they are.
They are dictating it, especially if, you know, on third downs and it's passing downs. They're dictating who gets the one-on-one. And so they did it in one of Micah's half sacks. People are so worried about his speed. And I show on the clip where he's going up and under. When he gets up the field, his foot is planted in the ground, ready for the under move. And you see the left tackle's foot still in the air. So just you think about that. I'm already planted, shifting my weight for the under, and your outside foot hasn't touched the ground yet. So by the time your foot touched the ground and you react, I'm already a half a body around you with momentum and speed.
Even?
And leaving. And you know what happened? On that particular play, not only did Micah get the sack, he also got the flag for holding
yes,
because he beat him so bad.
Remember that.
So if a tackle doesn't have to think about you whooping him on the outside with speed, then I just set and wait for you. That's a difference when you're able to give a tackle some thinking. Oh man, he gonna beat me around the corner. Now he got to shoot out there to get there, which leaves the inside susceptible. So whether I want to spin back like Dwight Freeney, or whether I want to up and under, or whether I want to go hard inside, you go and I Reggie White hump you because I got you leaning. The hump only worked when I get you leaning because you were so threatened by that. We don't have a guy that's on our defensive line that threatens a tackle. No tackle is like Sam Williams. He's so fast, he's gonna beat me around the edge. So now he's just setting. He's doing his normal kicks and he's waiting for you. And all you have is what you have. Ezeraku, Fowler, none of the guys bring that level of speed to them. And then where it works well for you to go down the middle of a guy, again, is if he thinks I'm coming off quick and he goes to real quick outside, boom. Now I can walk him back to the quarterback because he's off balance and I got him. I'm in his chest. He can't anchor down. He's just trying to keep his feet going so he don't fall over. We don't have anybody that presents that level of pressure to the opposing team's left or right tackle.
And then you look at the kid for Cleveland, Myles Garrett. He crunches himself like a leopard. He on all fours, and he can do run block, run defend, or rush the pass, and he's down crunched. He'll do it from tight 5 all the way out to a wide 9, and each time it's no read. It's like a great pitcher. There's no read. Only thing you see is something springing at you. I'm serious. That's ugly, man. When you see a man that's 6'7", I'm 6'2", bruh. So I see a man that's 6'7" springing out at me, and he already got an arm on my shoulder, and that's probably one reason I want to draft. I had short arms. Come on, man. And when you go look at the film at Parsons, he is so scary to the quick. This is when I know a guy done gave up a sack. As soon as I see his butt turn to the sideline. If I can stay between my quarterback and Parsons, I'm good. That means my butt is pointed towards the quarterback or right outside the quarterback. But as soon as I turn this way, that means Parsons is going right there. That means Myles Garrett is going right there because my butt is turned. I have no surface. Look at it. Watch the game. If somebody give up a sack, 9 times out of 10, if they bust the game with 2 guys, somebody going to be turned like this, sideways, every time because there's no surface.
Good stuff today, fellows. Can't wait for tomorrow because we got to absolutely nothing on the run sheet today, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Very rarely do we get a full segment of Nate, a full segment of Jesse, and me and Kurt get to talk somewhere in between, man. This was a good show.
Yeah.
Tune in tomorrow, game predictions. You're probably not going to like it based off today's conversation, but tune in anyway. Maybe
I got
some
the
phone calls.
Man. I got something special.
Uh-oh. By 1/4 point this week. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air.
The record will be set.
Josh is not back there today. We will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!